Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. A few weeks ago I bought a 2003 Audi S4 in Nogaro Blue and I love it. I've got no plans to sell that car. I'm just going to keep that one for a very long time. It's got a manual gearbox, all-wheel drive and a 4.2 litre V8 engine. So what more could you want? The video with the S4 did quite well and it got some positive comments and it made me excited about Audis again. So then I was thinking, what else could I buy from the mid-2000s from the Audi lineup that I'd be quite enthusiastic about? And then it hit me. So today we're going to go out and buy an Audi S5 Coupe. I haven't had one of these cars for a while and I'm quite excited to try and get one again. I've set myself a budget of £7,000 and we're going to go and try and find a nice original example. A lot of these cars have been modified. Over the years, a lot of them have fallen into the wrong hands and they've now got straight through exhaust and silly things like that. And that isn't what I'm about. We want a nice original one. So let's fire up Auto Trader and start shopping. Now they started making the A5 in 2008. It's a really good looking coupe actually. It was way ahead of its time and I think it's aged really nicely. Not A5, sorry, we want S5, don't we? We're not messing about here, we want the proper 4.2 V8 version. One thing I'm going to do here is change the engine size because we don't want the later. So the later engines weren't V8s, they were supercharged V6s. We don't want one of those. There's no replacement for displacement, as some people say. So you can pick these up quite cheaply. I mean, my £7,000 budget is quite realistic. So this one's 28 miles away in Crewe. It's a 2010, it's done 69,000 miles. And it's £5,500, but it needs a new clutch. Now I know a new clutch on one of these cars is about £1,200. They're quite expensive. I also don't like the wheels on that one. I don't like the fact someone's put an RS5 grille on it. This is what I'm talking about. There are so many modified examples. Good picture there, really selling it to me. Yeah, I just want a nice original example, not one that's been tampered with. So although that one's temptingly cheap, I think we can discount that one. That one looks quite nice. That's a 2009, done 106, and it's for sale for 6,995. Quite a nice classy colour that. It's almost like a Range Rover Giverny green. That's quite nice, apart from, this is just let the side down. That is a 3D reg plate. Crass. Well, I think I'll put that one in the maybe pile because I can't not buy it because of the reg plates. I can change those, that's no problem. That one's 11,495, so it's over budget. That one looks nice, and it's only in Oldham, so it's only 9 miles away. It's a 2010 60 reg. It says super clean example with full service history. It's only done 93,000 miles. Now the good thing with the S5 over the S4, this one doesn't have the same timing chain issues. Now the era of S4 that I bought, I think is the B6. That had an issue with the design of the tensioners. They'd get brittle and just snap, and it's a £3,000 job to correct, or more. Whereas with the later S5, Audi had corrected that issue. So no chain trouble. This one looks nice actually. Now I do like those 5-spoke wheels, or probably 10-spoke wheels actually. That's a good colour, it looks nice and original. No one's blacked out the grille. No one's put any silly add-ons on. I don't like the rear privacy, but I could soon take that off. It looks like it's just a film anyway, so we could get rid of that. That looks quite nice. The reg plates are a bit sort of Brexity, aren't they? But I could change those. That looks very nice, actually. Now that's a little bit over budget. It's 7,495, but it's another dealer. So I'm thinking maybe I could potentially get a deal there. Oh, that's a pity. The driver's seat's all ripped. That's quite a common issue with the S5 because the seats are so sort of, I'm just making up words now at this point, buckety. The edge of the driver's seat can wear out quickly. By the looks of it, we've only got the Juan key. So if I get another one cut, that'll be about £350 from Audi. But yeah, look at the state of that seat. It isn't the end of the world because I could always take that to auto trim, let Jim the trim sort it. That would cost me about £250. But bear in mind this car's already over budget, so I don't want to start throwing money at it. It's automatic as well, which would make my life a bit easier. See, this one's only £4,990, but in the attention grabber, engine management light on and EPC light illuminated. That puts me off. Don't want that one. Don't want to buy a problem, do we? This one then is 6,750. There is plenty of choice, you know, for £7,000. I don't like the look of that though. Looks like the bonnet's been painted. Looks like there's a crease in the bonnet there. I don't like the wheels there. I like the design of the wheels, but somebody's powder coated them grey, which I don't like, and they put an RS5 grille on it, which looks hideous. They're not the standard exhaust either. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Why ruin a perfect car? This one looks okay. I quite like them in white actually. So this one's for sale for 7,695, but potentially could have a deal. If I call them up and tell him I'm, you know, a trader as well, he might potentially trade it to me. Looks nice and clean. Nice and original. I don't like those wheels, to be honest. They're not my favourite. But they're standard Audi, at least. They're not Rip Speed or Fox or anything. Rear privacy I don't really like, but it's not offensive, that. It's all right. What's the mileage on that one? 97, so it's not too bad. This one's for sale in Barnsley, but that looks like it's been tampered with as well. It's got the wrong wheels on. I could get this back to standard, although someone's put the wrong exhaust on that, and I don't like the black wheels. Which is a bit of a shame, but quite nice interior. I'm not a big fan of the red. I think the red looks okay in the S4, but not the S5. That's only my opinion, of course, but... Right, we're way over budget now. I think it's unrealistic to expect to get one of these for my £7 budget. Plus, of course, we're going to have to spend some money on it. I want to do a gearbox service, a full engine service, all that sort of stuff. That one's done 121, which is a bit too high, really. And it shows, look how worn the seat is. I wanted one with sort of, you know, 60, 70,000 miles, really. Looks okay, but it doesn't really get me too excited. I think the best one, really, so far is that one in Oldham. You know what I'll do, actually? Let me just have a look on Facebook Marketplace. Now, Facebook Marketplace gives me a headache most of the time. It's a bit of a jumble sale, isn't it? But you can occasionally get something that's been overlooked. Let's have a look. Right, there's one here then that's jumped out at me straight away. It's for sale for, well, it was 7,995, but it's been reduced to 6,750. It's a 2009 Audi S5. It's currently on a private reg with a V8 plate. It's a 2009 S5 V8 4.2 automatic Tiptronic, 80,327 miles, grey metallic paint, ivory interior, sounds nice, heated front seats, wireless Apple CarPlay has been fitted. Now, I don't like aftermarket stuff, but something like that would actually be an advantage. Adaptive cruise control, that's a good option. Rear camera, front and rear sensors, blind spot lights. Runs and drives perfectly, no issues other than driver's window struggles to operate correctly. New regulator is needed. Okay, well that could be interesting, couldn't it? The photographs look quite nice, it looks nice and original. Interior looks good as well. There's no ripped driver's seat bolster. Needs a good clean, but apart from that, a couple of empty bottles there, we can get rid of those. It's automatic. It's missing the little dial there of the multimedia thing. I can soon get one of those, I think. I think it might involve replacing the whole panel, but we can sort that. He's had it for sale for a while because this picture was taken on the 21st of July when it had only done 78,000 miles. That suggests he might be up for a deal. Right, well that's probably the best one I've seen, and it's a private seller, and it's £750 cheaper than the one in Oldham. Right, let me send him a message then. Hello, there's a good start. I'm interested in your Audi S5. Please contact me. There we go. Job done. Right, well while we wait for a reply, I may as well check it out on Car Vertical, hadn't I? Just make sure it's never been written off or stolen or something. Right, so we'll head over to carvertical.com, type in the reg, which is Whiskey Uniform 09 Hotel Zulu Golf, and then check vehicle. It's essential you do a check like this before you hand over any cash for a used car or motorbike. It doesn't take long, as you'll see, and it isn't expensive either. And it's cheaper still if you use my promo code HIGHPEAK. That's HIGHPEAK, all one word, HIGHPEAK, and you'll save 20% off each and every check that you do. It's currently checking database in 35 different countries, so this isn't just a UK thing. It'll produce a thorough report which will tell us if it's ever been stolen, written off, had a mileage rollback, or has outstanding finance on it. In addition to that, it shows the MOT history, the ownership changes, if it's had any private plates over the years. It shows you the spec, the average market value. In fact, let me just show you. Right, the report's ready. View reports. So it's all clear. Ah, this is what's clever about Car Vertical as well. It's even got the photograph of it. So the last time it was advertised, oh, we'll scroll down actually. So, good news, we're green on all four fronts there. It's never been clocked, no outstanding finance, no recorded damage. So we've got some photographs of the last time it was for sale. Well, that's reassuring, isn't it? Obviously with a dealer. I've used lots of these car checking sites over the years and I can't think of another one that's so thorough. At least now I can compare the pictures and see if anything's changed. Now that was for sale in September 21. That's good. Oh, it's for sale again then in October. There we go. Does look nice that actually. I know that was 3 years ago, but you can tell nothing's really changed. That's very good. Right, never been stolen. The last known mileage was 78,000 miles. That was in July this year. and it's fairly consistent every single year. It's nice low mileage that for its age, isn't it? The last known selling price was $13,790. The average market price for such a vehicle is $9,110. It's in the high tax bracket, but we won't dwell on that. 4 ownership records. Okay, this is the timeline then. Let's go down to its most recent MOT. It's had quite a few private plates. Ownership changed in 22. It was on sale. Ownership changed. Right, all tyre valves are starting to perish. Near side front lower suspension arm pin or bush worn. Fuel filler cap missing. That's a weird one. And near side rear tyres cut but not deep enough to show the ply. Right, okay. Right. Well, we're all clear. I'm getting more and more excited about this car. Now we just wait for a reply, I suppose. And this being Facebook Marketplace, that might actually never happen. So I think I'll continue looking just in case. After a few hours, the seller on Facebook responded about the 2009 Audi S5. We had a conversation and we agreed a deal at £6,000. So I arranged for collection the very next day. Right, well this should be quite an exciting day. My brother is due back any minute in the Audi S5 Coupe and I'm excited to see it. Haven't seen it in the flesh yet. My brother gave me a FaceTime tour of it earlier and it looked pretty good. I asked him to check the tyres, the wheels, the service history, the paperwork, all that sort of stuff. I asked him to make sure both keys were there and I also asked him to put the ignition on, make sure the engine light came on and then went out. You see sometimes with older used cars, people can cover up the engine light and I didn't want that to be the case. I don't want to see one of those on the dashboard. I paid the seller for the car, I've done all the paperwork, so I've marked it as being sold to the trade, so that's all done. So there's not much left for me to do. In fact, let me call my brother. Hi pal, you alright?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, very good, very good. How are you getting on?
Yeah, good. About 5 minutes away from the office. Where are you?
Okay, good. I'm just at the office.
Oh yeah.
Park out the front then, and I'll come down and have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds good. Is that you?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Is it all right? No issues?
Window regulator's a bit.
Yeah, I know.
Faulty on the driver's side. The wipers need
replacing.
Yeah. Not reassessing, realigning the
Why did they not?
Sprays over the roof.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Oh, we can adjust the little nozzle then, and new wipers.
Yeah.
They work though. The motor works.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Fine. I thought you meant they were sort of stopping in the middle of the windscreen or something.
No.
Right. Fine. Okay.
Filled it. And there's 100 miles left on the tank.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I know it's quite a thirsty car, so that's no surprise. All right. Yeah. Right. I'll stick the kettle on for you then. All right. See you in a second.
That's one, pal.
Cheers, pal. Bye. Well, that all sounds quite positive, doesn't it? I'm quite excited now. It's mad that you can pick up a car like this for just £6,000. So much car for the money, don't you think? A 4.2 litre 350 brake horsepower V8 coupe for £6,000. I know the road tax is high and the MPG is low, but you know, you can't have it all, can you? Right, let's go downstairs and wait for him then, shall we? Here he is, I've just seen it. This looks really good actually. Get a load of this. I like the LEDs. Oh, that looks cool. And it sounds awesome. Listen to that. That's really cool actually. He looks quite happy. That looks and sounds wicked. Are you impressed?
Impressed.
You like these as well, don't you?
This has been one of my dream cars.
Has it really?
Growing up, anyway.
Yeah.
No.
I love the colour.
So much fun.
Yeah.
It's effortless.
It's quite a good spec as well, this. So we've got...
Lovely.
Yeah.
It's fitted Apple CarPlay,
Okay.
but it doesn't connect to my phone. It does the phone, but not the audio. So
oh, really?
I had maps through it.
Oh. You know, by the way, I know you can put the key in there, but it's also keyless.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so if you take the key out, push it in. Yeah, pull the key out. So if you just press your brake and press the start button, yeah, it's keyless. No way. Yeah, there you go. So there's no sunroof, but it is quite a good spec. So you've got blind spot monitoring here.
The button off there.
Oh yeah, off the multimedia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Needs wash fluid. It's got
what else?
auxiliary in there.
Oh really?
CD changer.
Okay. Oh, so you could plug it in the old-fashioned way?
Yeah. It's got
no Bluetooth audio then, I take it. It's too old, isn't it?
He's fitted this.
Ah.
Android Auto.
Oh yeah, okay. But no music?
doesn't play my audio. There's something faulty with it. It
Right.
doesn't play my music, but it'll show on maps.
Will it play on Spotify or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I had radio. And
Okay, right.
Other than
So you've
that,
got memory seats,
Perfect.
heated mirrors.
yeah, memory seats.
I've just noticed on the front as well, this must have radar cruise because it's got...
It does.
Have you tried it? Does it work? This little thing down there is like the adaptive cruise control thing. Kind of looks like another fog lamp.
Distance one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I really like this.
That's lovely.
It's just that sound it makes when it's not even when you're not even trying.
Or even like at lights.
Yeah. Power boot or not?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just springy.
No spring.
So all the paperwork's there, handbook's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's lovely, honestly.
No, it's nice and clean actually. That's pretty good. I haven't driven one of these for ages. Yeah, good. So no wheel wobble at 70 miles an hour or anything, it's all solid?
Perfect.
Okay.
The window, it does go down sometimes.
Does it?
Sometimes it doesn't. So
Right.
it might be a wiring issue.
Right, okay. Rather than a faulty window regulator.
No, it's two more times. It'll go down.
Oh really?
And then put it back up.
But it doesn't go all the way?
Which makes it.
Try it then. Oh yeah. That is a regulator, you can hear it grinding, can't you? It's the cables that will all be frayed, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, right, good.
No. He was a Matt Armstrong fan.
Oh really? Traitor.
But
We need to send him a high peak.
Kevin as
Kevin the dog. Kevin!
Yeah.
Okay. Right, cool.
Yeah. No, lovely.
Right, well I'm going to take this for a quick spin then,
Yeah.
and then drop it off at the mechanics. So it needs a full service. What about the MOT? I can't remember what it was.
It's got MOT till
Yeah, was it like July or something?
say April or May next year.
I think it's quite a long time. So just a full service and sort the window regulator out.
screen wash.
It's weird how that's a different colour than the seat, isn't it? I wonder if it's discoloured.
Discoloured maybe.
Maybe. It's quite a nice colour interior though, that.
That was great. Seats are really comfortable.
Yeah. Right, okay. Right, cheers pal, thanks for that.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Alright. Right, I'm going to go and take it for a spin then.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and take it.
You're right.
Right, cheers pal, see you in a bit. Well, I'm really pleased with this so far. It looks really nice and authentic. Right then, first time driving the Audi S5. Let's get off this big curb, there we go. Oh yes, that's so effortless. That was the one word my brother kept using actually, effortless, and he's right. I'd like to get the gearbox serviced actually, just because it's done 80,000 miles and it's probably never had one. This is a really nice car. Straight away I can tell you this has been looked after. Now the service history is full, but the last one was done about 12 or 13,000 miles ago. So I'll get that done. I'll leave it for a full engine service, just like I did with the S4. Also, Harvey, the seller, told me the air conditioning works, but it isn't ice cold. So I think while it's down at my mechanics, I'll ask Mike, the aircon guy, to come round and top up the gas. I imagine if it works a little bit, there's still some gas in there, so it's obviously doing its job, but just not as well as it should be. This is nice. Turn my heated seat on because it's bloody freezing today. So yeah, it's done 81,000 miles and not a single warning light on. Where am I going to order this new bit for the multimedia thing? Need to get hold of one, don't I? Oh, we've even got YouTube on this. It's not distracting in any way, is it? So we've got DAB, digital radio, bit of Kiss FM. Let's try this aircon then. Yeah, that's not blowing as cold as it should be, so he was right there. Should do a little acceleration test. I mean, it's up to temperature, we're at 90 degrees, so. That's such a cool car. You really can't beat a V8. We've got an auto dimming rear view mirror, that's nice. Little sunglass holder there. I'm properly smitten with this. So we'll sort the window regulator out. That's probably going to cost me a couple of £100. Wait there, you, in your Q3. The full engine service is probably going to cost me £300. I might run it over to Prestige Wheels and get the wheels done. And then it probably wants a very good detail at Tameside Detailing. I might see if they can clean these leather seats up and maybe give them some leather food. They've probably never been treated. So I'll get that done. There's a little bit to do with this, but it isn't too extensive. Oh, Audi side assist system fault. Okay, we'll have to get that sorted as well, because that's quite a good feature. Whenever I drive a car now without that, it makes me really miss it. In fact, it turns you into a bit of a lazy driver. You don't even need to turn your neck anymore. You just glance into the wing mirror, and if there's a warning there, you know not to turn out. Driving around the city centre, for example, you know it means you're probably going to clip a Deliveroo driver off the push bike. What an awesome car this is. I'm over the moon with it. £6,000 for all this. Oh yes. And of course it's quattro, so it's all-wheel drive. Like the perfect winter runaround, isn't it, this? The other good thing is you don't have the same timing chain worries that you do with like the previous generation S4. So it just means that you can drive along in peace, really, knowing that that's not about to soil itself. Speaking of soiling oneself, my heated seat's getting rather warm. I really like this. I don't know if I've mentioned that to you already. Let's pull over then somewhere and I'll give you a proper tour of it. That sounds like a plan. Have we got any CDs left for me? No, sadly not. We've got a CD changer as well. The noise this makes at about 2000 RPM is just perfect. It's more of like a vibration than a noise. It just sounds really, really powerful. What's good about this as well, over the bumps, it feels really solid. It isn't knocky or, you know, rattly. Can you imagine driving this out the showroom back in 2009? You'd have really arrived, I think. The original supply and dealer of this was Bristol Audi. All the early history was Bristol Audi, so it's come from the southwest. It's why it's on its W West of England plates. Oh yes. Sting it up here then. Oh yes. One thing I need to check out actually, I don't know if these suffer from that same carbon build-up issue that the RS5 suffers with. I know it's thanks to its fuel injection system, but the carbon doesn't get burnt off, and I don't know if this engine suffers with it. I know the RS5 does, that's prone, but I don't know if this one does. Might be worth getting some sort of like TerraClean thing done on it anyway. Just as a preventative measure. Right, we're at our little lay-by here then. Let me give you a proper tour then. There we go. I think we'll have a look at that engine, shall we? Oh, won't let me do it with the door open. There we go. This, by the way, when you try and turn on the blind spot monitoring, watch this, you press that button and you get this fault. So I need to get that fixed. But everything else is all right. Yeah, I need to get hold of, there should be a silver pad on top of that and it snaps off, so I need to try and replace that somehow. It probably comes as a complete unit, so I'm gonna have to have a look on eBay. Start engine button there is fine. Just needs a good old clean, really. In here there was something rattling. Oh, it's my locking wheel nut. So we've got an auxiliary jack there. I think you can buy a Bluetooth adapter for these nowadays, so we can soon sort that. That's no big deal. That's all good. Passenger window works, that's fine. It's just this driver's one that needs sorting. Yeah, new regulator is needed there. Turn my engine off then for now. So yeah, service due, exclamation mark, we'll get that sorted. Take my keys with me before it auto locks. I don't know whether it does or it doesn't, but there's not an awful lot of wear on the driver's bolster either. Now on lots of other S5s that I saw, particularly that blue one that I saw on Auto Trader earlier, it had a big rip on the driver's seat. They're quite buckety, these seats, so it does wear out. Oh, we've even got cup holders back there, look at that. Yeah, it's a nice clean car, this. I'm well impressed. Could do with a fresh set of mats, because they're eBay specials and they're a bit worn. Can do that. Needed a bit of a job list here, don't I? It's a cracking colour, that, actually. Let's have a look under here then at this 4.2 V8. Look at the size of it. It all looks very original. No sign of any accident damage here. We're all good. Yeah, this is pretty good actually. No signs of any paint work. There's a small little dent there, which we can get that popped out. There's a chip on the bonnet. So I'll have to get that touched in. I might call Audi actually and order the correct touch-up paint. Another one there maybe. That way it'll just look its best, won't it? I'll order some plates for it as well. I'll get some High Peak Autos plates, I think. This is the kind of car that I think if you put a private plate on this, you just wouldn't have any idea how old it was. I think this era of A5 has aged really gracefully. I loved this A5 when it came out. It was a really pretty car. I still do actually. Nice quad exhaust there. Be a nice little city car this actually. Just burbling around the city. Again, apart from needing a clean, it is completely original. We've got a first aid kit there, loads of service history. I'm just going to turn the camera away. I didn't know it had any of this. So here, for example, we've got a clean MOT. We've got all the MOTs in a little wallet. It's just what you want to see. So I think its last service was done at 71,000 miles. I don't think this has been stamped in the book, you know. Oh yeah, it has. So Andrew James Cars in Rochester. So it serviced at 71 and it also had front brake discs and pads and rear pads. Here's the service history then. Let me show you this. So originally it was done by Bristol Audi, then another one at Bristol Audi. Then St George, Bristol. Then a place called Shrivenham Garage in Shrivenham. I don't know where that is. SN? Don't know. Is that Swindon? I don't know. Forgive my ignorance there. So it's got plenty of history. The last one was done at 71, so 10,000 miles ago. It also had an offside front CV gator. Yeah, it's pretty good. We've got another service there at Southend Audi. We've got all the original books. A warranty booklet there as well. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm well impressed. Oh, you can even fold the rear seats, look at that. It's quite a practical car than this if you do a IKEA run or something. Or for example, if you're golfing with it, throw your clubs in and go to the driving range. This with a clean I think is going to look really good. Harvey mentioned a dent somewhere on it. Was it on the rear panel somewhere? Oh, there. Can you see that little dent? I'll get the lads from Dents on that. I think they might have to take this rear light lens out and get the little rods in there and poke that out, but it should come. What really drew me to this was how original it was. There's no privacy, there's no smoked rear lights, there's no Miltech growler exhaust system, no 3D reg plates, no blacked out front grille. It is completely as God intended. Now in terms of tyres, what are we running on? We've got Yokohamas on the front with about 4mm of treads, they're alright. And what have we got on the back? We've got an Advance, oh no, another Yokohama. I was about to mock this as being a cheap Chinese brand, but no, it's a Yokohama. So we've got 4 Yokohamas. Yeah, I know a decent car when I see one, and this is a very decent car. Right, well I think that's about it then guys. I've got quite a job list here, so it's going to have a full service, gearbox service, fix the window regulator, give it a good clean, refurbish the wheels, touch up the paint, order some new reg plates. It's going to take me a couple of weeks I imagine, but I'm going to have a really nice example there, aren't I? I'm already really pleased with it, but once I've transformed it, it should be a really nice example. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I hope you enjoyed it and make sure you stick around for part 2. So yeah, thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the links below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I don't know why I'm walking in this direction. The car's back that way. Right, so I'll see you next time. Cheers guys.